Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We all get tired every day. And when we get tired, we go to sleep. Even in satsang. Because we are tired. Now when we go to sleep, exactly what happens? See, we will try to analyze our own experiences. Not depending on anything else. Without any biasness. Then only the truth is revealed. So, when we go to sleep, let us inquire why we go to sleep. Because we are tired. Now the question comes, when we go to sleep, what exactly happens? So we start disowning, giving up all the load that we were carrying. That is all. So we start giving up our contacts with the world. That is why we switch off the lights. Thereafter, therefore, many people, when they do meditation, they switch off the lights. So they can sleep and nobody can find it out. And the teacher who is teaching, he also goes to sleep. And when the meditation period is over, everybody is awakened from the sleep, not to the reality. So, we switch off the lights and slowly start withdrawing from the world. And to what extent we withdraw? Withdraw from the world, then all your security is done perfectly. Get into your room. And after we get into the room, then we go below the quilt. And then there is a heater in your bed. So you sleep there like a dosha. Then in all this process, what we are doing one by one is giving up our ownership. And ultimately we come to the last point, that other than sleep, I want nothing. And even this, I want sleep. Till this is the struggle with us. I want to sleep, I want to sleep. You will never sleep. See? Even this struggle that I want to sleep, even that is given up. And ultimately where we land up? In being Mr. Nobody. See? In the world we are somebody. See? In the office we are officer or subordinate. On the roads we are drivers or passengers. In the shop we are customers. You know the meaning of customers? Those who die because of custom. Mar mane die. All the shopkeepers, they will kill. So, we are someone or the other. Because we are going outside, not within. And when we enter within our own being, we start dropping away all the somebodies. And when we come to a point that now there is nothing more that can be dropped. That experience where no further rejection is possible is called as the experience of deep sleep. See? And in that deep sleep, when we have attained a status of Mr. Nobody, we all have a common experience. See? And what is that common experience? Number one, we are nobody. Second thing, there is no sense of otherness. See? And these two things, when we are somebody and there is a sense of otherness, samsara begins. See? When the sense of otherness and Mr. Somebody disappear, there is only one experience of undivided conscious existence. See? And in that, because there are nobody else, therefore we are also nobody. Just try to imagine for yourself. You are the only one in the whole universe. The only one. Before Adam and Eve. The only one. Now then you tell me, whether you are a man or a woman, whether a human being or an animal, whether animate or inanimate, whether beautiful or awful, see, tall or short, fat or thin, rich or poor, everything disappears. But we don't disappear in the deep sleep. We never have an experience of our absence. So that presence, which is supporting the absence of the deep sleep and which is also supporting the presence of the waking and the dream, this eternal presence is never denied. Remaining completely in tune and identified with this eternal presence which transcends the limitations of waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi is seeking within. See? And when we start seeking within, the without disappears. It has no meaning. See? Like once I was going in Switzerland, husband and wife were in the front seat. Husband was driving the car, wife was driving the husband. And together they were driving me crazy. I was sitting behind in the center and both sides they had two daughters. So I was, I said, you please sit ahead, let me enjoy these kids and talk to them. Within 5 minutes, both of these girls, they slept on my chest like this. It was cold also. Then the mother says, Swamiji, please wake them up. I said, why? They are happy. Why wake them up? See, we have spent so much of time and money and we have spent lakhs and lakhs of rupees to come and see the beauty of this Switzerland, and these girls are sleeping. See friends, if there is real joy outside, we will never sleep. See friends. So when we come to cognize this principle, that if we are analyzing our own experiences, then we come to know that in reality we are absolutely charged and happy when we remain within. See? Like we go to many houses, many hotels and stay there, 5-star, 7-star. But when we come to our own house, then only we are at home. The same old deaf cup. Deaf means the cup which doesn't have can. Baira. The same old cup you take and the same broken chair, and you have the same nagging wife, and she gives you a cup of tea. What is joy in that? And in the 5-star hotel, everybody is there, sir. The real fulfillment in life is within, friends, not without. Not knowing this, we are struggling throughout our life. If we are to write our autobiography, please don't write. This is just an example. Because if we have to write autobiography, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written it for us. He writes, Balastavat Krida Saktaha, Tarunastavat Taruni Raktaha, Vruddhastavat Chinta Saktaha, Parame Brahmani Kopina Saktaha, Bhaja Govindam. This is our autobiography of every one of us. Doesn't matter who you are. You may hide it, people may not know it, but we know within. This is the story. When we are children, other than the games and playing, nothing important. See? And then we get out of the childhood, and then we get into the teenage and start growing. All the interest in the small toys and everything starts disappearing. Then we want live toys. If I am a young boy running after the girls, if I am a young girl fooling the boys, and in this manner, there is a different playground. And in that playground, we fall in love. We don't rise in love. See, the phrase is very correct. And whenever you fall, you suffer. And that is why whenever you fall in love and then you get married, I guarantee you suffering is there. Do you know why? One person asked me this question. Swamiji, we got love married and all that, but I don't know what happened. I said, I'll tell you what happened. All your love was exhausted before marriage. And after marriage, only kabaddi. One girl or lady wrote me once, long time back, a letter. Those days, the letter used to be by post, snail mail. There was never email. Now we have got all emotional blackmail. So, that snail mail came and I opened the letter and she wrote, Swamiji, this is my first poem. After my daughter has gone to college and getting ready to marriage, there are some problems. And out of these problems, after the daughter, I have delivered the poem. Those who deliver poem, they are all miserable people. No happy person can write a poem. A happy person sings, a miserable writes. Bhagavan Krishna has not written Bhagavad Gita. He sung Bhagavata Gita, Bhagavad Gita. No, Swamiji, those people who are miserable, they also sing. Only in Hindi movies. Not otherwise. So she wrote me that poem. The poem was, Swamiji, पहले केवल मैं ही मैं, फिर शादी हो गई, फिर पहला 1 साल तू ही तू, फिर दूसरा साल मैं तू, मैं तू, and thereafter, because I am a Gujarati, in Gujarati, मैं is called as who tu, kabaddi, the whole life is a non-stop fighting. See, friends. So wherever there is a sense of otherness, samsara begins. And we get tired of this. See? And when we get tired, what we do? We want to drop away. See? And with what we get tired? With everything in this world. Everything. See? Why we have so many clothes? Oh, the same shirt every day, I get tired. Now, why you get tired? You simply put on the cloth on your body. No, what people will think? As if people are keeping a note. Dumbo has come with a green shirt. Yes, who cares what you have put on? Even if you don't put on clothes, nobody bothers. Okay? But we keep on imagining and start living all the time outside, outside, outside. So what will be our autobiography? Our autobiography will be, we have done only one thing in our whole life, and that is trying to fulfill our desires. Only one thing. See? The children, when they are told that, no, this electronic toy is too expensive and it breaks quickly, we will not buy it. Immediately the children learn, they start rolling in the market. Then the mother and father say, my God, what people will say, that they have got a road roller, then let us give you this. And once you yield to this technique of the children, they will not leave you. And slowly, slowly, and today's world, so funny, earlier, it used to be a different story. One couple and a dozen children. Therefore, the husband will say, hey, who is this? Oh, it is our fourth number. Okay. And therefore, out of one dozen, if one body cocks off it, how does it matter? But now, hum do hamara adha adha. Per family, per couple, one child. And that Dumbo child has never heard in life what is the word called as no. Okay? Whatever I want, I must get. And that child is so intelligent that he encaches the differences between the parents. If he wants something from the mother, he will go and talk. Mom, I am always surprised how you can carry on with Dad. I think your sacrifice for me is unparalleled. That mother is purchased. Anything you want, you can get it. Then something you want from the dad, then you go to Dad. Dad, I can imagine with an intelligent person like you to live with such a dumb fellow. It is a big torture for you, is it not? But how do you know? I can see that your life is so intelligent. And Mummy, look. Then Dad starts thinking at least somebody has recognized my intelligence. Then the dad is purchased. And in this manner, that child is growing in an atmosphere where he has never learned no in life. See, friends, spiritual practice is two things. Ability to say no to the world and the strength to listen no from the world. Then only we can go within. There was one girl in Bombay. She was an architect, a South Indian girl from Karnataka. And she was in love with another boy, a Punjabi boy, and both of them were architects. So in the college, they were studying senior, junior, whatever, and they fell in love. They decided to get up and get married. So before getting up, they had to have the wedding, engagement ceremony. So first is the engagement ring. Life is a circus of many rings. First is the engagement ring, then there is the marriage ring, and then there is suffering. So that boy came from Delhi to Bombay and got the engagement, everything done. And these girls, many friends have come. And one of the girls' girlfriend, this boy liked. And then they decided to get married. This girl went to Delhi and printed the card that we are going to get married and sent the wedding card to this girl to whom he was officially engaged, that please consider our engagement as cancelled. Thank you for introducing to the best girl I ever can think of, and please do come for our marriage. And that girl has to hear no for the first time in her life. The only girl, only daughter. And she went in regression, depression to such an extent that she became almost a 5-year child. She was teaching in college. Her job gone, because in the college she started behaving like a baby. See, friends. And then the parents naturally frustrated. So they came to me with the girl. Swamiji, I said, you both go away, let me talk to her. And then I spoke to her. I said, hey, tell me, what is your name? She started talking like a 5-year child. Swamiji, my name is Kalpana. A 28-year lady talking this language. And what did you study? I studied maths, I studied English. What is your mother tongue? My mother tongue is Punjabi. She was not a Punjabi. But that one shock has regressed her back so much. And what was the shock? First time in her life she has to listen no. See, friends, like we talk about the immunity for the body, we also have to have immunity for the mind. See, those who do not have sufficiently strong immunity for the mind, such people are weaklings. And such people go into depression, moodiness, frustration, seeking attention from everyone, and becoming a totally failure in their life. What is the reason? They have gone out all the time, and everything they wanted they have been getting. Another example I tell you, how we misunderstand prosperity. And therefore we run out, not go within, seek within. One couple came to one school where I was sitting with the principal. And the couple told the principal that, Madam, we have got 2 children, boy and a girl, but they fight with each other so much that we are tired. We don't know what to do with them. So the principal was very smart. You are very lucky. Swamiji is here to guide you. I had to go and take the class. So she went away. People use us like a doormat. Now that parent said, Swamiji, please tell us. I said, where are your children? In this school. I said, then you disappear. Go away with your car, don't leave a trace behind that you are nearby. So when they went away, then I called that boy and the girl one by one. First the girl I called. After the girl come, very sweet girl, maybe in class 7 or 5 like that. And then I asked her, I said, hey, tell me, this song is sung in which cinema, by whom? She was so thrilled to get a question from a Swami about a movie. And in no time she was at home with me. Then I said, hey, which is the movie you like? What is the latest movie you have seen? And she was so full of life, cheer, chubby, sweet. Afterwards I said, okay, we'll see you. Okay, later. Then after she went, I called the boy. Then with the boy I started cricket. Anything I say, he knows about cricket. He also went away. Then I called the parents. I said, I have examined the children and I have reached to a diagnosis. And when I tell something, I have 2 principles in my life. No discussion, no argument. If you are going to discuss and argue, I have nothing to say, I am going. No, Swamiji. I said, "Then you agree? No discussion, no argument?" Yes. Then I told her, there is something tremendously wrong with you too. Swamiji, I said, yes, there is nothing wrong with the kids. They are the best one. Now what is wrong with the Swamiji? I said, tell me, have you ever taught your children to share the things? Because both of you are pretty rich, lot of money you have. Everything separate. Their rooms are separate, their beds are separate, their toys are separate, their bicycles are separate. This, your prosperity has made them extrovert. Let them learn to share. See, friends, have you ever done like this thing? Suppose your son's birthday is there, you tell your daughter, hey, we'll go and get something nice present for your brother, and then you give him as a surprise. See what a joy it is. Did you do any time? See, friends, extrovertedness takes us away from our own self. And when we go away from our own self, our family unit is broken. See, friends. Therefore, life is not only fulfilling the desires. See, life is much more than that. And what is life? Life is attainment of fulfillment in life. We are all seeking fulfillment. Alas, we have mistaken that fulfillment of desires is equal to fulfillment in life. It is a wrong equation. Why this happens? Because we have never taken a pause in our life. And when we have never looked behind, Mundakopanishad tells, Parikshalokan karvachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat na asti akritaha krutena tat vidyanartham gurumeva vigacche samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Parikshalokan karvachitan. Whatever we have lived in our life till date, take a pause, look behind, and re-evaluate your own life. What we have really attained. When we were not in this world, was anything lacking? Nothing was lacking. When we will not be in the world, there will be nothing missed. But in our presence, we imagine, I want to know, and whole life is only an excitement and struggle, and in that excitement and struggle, we get tired. And when we get tired, we go to sleep. And when we go to sleep, again get up, again the same like Indians, get up in the morning, take the same tobacco, put it on the hand, apply the chuna. When are we going to learn from our own life? See, friends, if we learn from the experiences of our life, we will grow wise with every additional experience. But we don't learn. See, friends, therefore, if we have to learn, we don't have to go outside. The process of learning happens inside. Therefore, seek within and then learn. See? And then we will come to know that we get tired not because of heavy loads. Now I am taking the second step. We don't get tired because of the heavy loads. We get tired because of the light loads. Now understand this principle. Suppose you are a Sindhi. Sindhi is equated to papad. You know, if you go to a Sindhi house, they have to have the papad. Even it's hot, they will take papad and start taking the fat. So much, papad of my jivan. So, if you are a Sindhi, and if you are given a papad in the hand to hold, will you get tired? No, papad hardly has any weight. But if you keep on holding that papad for 8 hours, 10 hours, will it not be a tiresome experience? Now this 8 hours, has the weight of the papad increased? Then why we are tired? Get this point. Problems are not many. Problems are not big. The small stuff we hold on for a long period of time. Therefore we get tired. Learn to delete the unwanted emails from your hard disk. They keep on accumulating, keep on accumulating. See, friends, the more we learn, the more the past is dropped. So this is another third point to be clearly understood. When an experience makes an impression on our mind in the form of good or bad, like or dislike, it is a load on the mind. See? But when from an experience we learn that wisdom that we learn from the experience, it is not a load. Wisdom is light. Now take your own examples in your own life. Every one of us, for something or the other, we touched the fire and we got burned in our childhood. Now, do we have hatred for the bulb or the light? The fire is not a source of hatred for us. Why? Because when we were burned first, we have learned that the fire burned. So the child said, he has learned. And then after learning that the fire burns, we again interact with the same fire, but with a different attitude. And the burning power of the fire is utilized to our benefit, is it not? But when we come in contact with the people in this world, have we learned? And then, because we don't learn, we create likes and dislikes in our mind. See, friends, it is so simple. Like, there are people everywhere, and every one of us have got one or the other shortcoming. There is nobody perfect in this world. So when we know that we have to live with this person, so learn how to learn. Example. There was a husband and a wife, and the husband and wife had decided that he wanted to go to his mother-in-law's place because she was not well. So he told his wife, I am not going to go to your mother's place. No, we have to go. Actually, he wanted to go. But he knew, anything I say, opposite she has to do. This was a default setting. So, no is understood as yes and yes is understood as no. So, he was very at home with that condition. Okay, we will go if you have to say. And then it was raining heavily. And then there was a river in between. So, there were two options. A small kind of a, wooden, log gate on which you can hold and slowly cross. It's a very short cut. Or else you have to go all the way on the bridge, it will be almost 2 kilometers more. So he wanted to go by the shortcut so that we don't have to walk in the rain all the way. He said, look here, we will be going by the bridge. It is easier and comfortable. No, we will go by shortcut. See, his purpose is fulfilled. Now, when he was going, then he forgot because the waters were flowing with tremendous speed and things were happening like that. And then he told her, when she was crossing, please hold on the branch properly. He forgot that time. She said, no, I will not hold. And she fell down in the water. When she fell down in the water, he started searching her not along the current of the water, but above the current of the water. Why are you searching her? Like if I search her here, then she will go there. See friends, life is so simple. But on small issues we make a big issue out of it. See? I tell you, there is one family, a Gujarati family with whom I stay in US, in one of the places. I have got many Gujarati friends because they are very sweet. Do you know the reason of the sweetness of the Gujaratis? They add sugar on the good. That's why they are very sweet, you know. Adaram maduram, hasitam maduram, maduradipate, akilam maduram. All are suffering from diabetes. So they are very sweet. So I stay in somebody's house, a young couple, they have got 2 daughters. So now the daughters are also growing up. Last 10-15 years, when I go to the town, only there. That is the rule. I cannot save anybody. So, then I asked for the first time, I said, hey, I don't know you. You don't know me. On what ground you have offered me to host? Swamiji, you may not be knowing us, but we know you very well. I said, how come? I have been listening to your series and all that, and therefore. I said, okay. They want so many people here. No. There is a tremendous change in our life. That girl, both of them are software engineers. She said, Swamiji, earlier, we used to argue and fight on every issue. See, if we have to buy a fridge, suppose my husband says we should buy this fridge, it has got these specifications and these benefits and this consumption of electricity. But I will say, no, you never like whatever I want to buy. And every issue was a big fight. And one day when I was listening to your series, this thing clicked. And from that day onward, I understood. In the external things of the world, of the house, he is really expert. He knows better than me. And I take care of the whole house. And from that day onward, all our arguments, fights, everything disappeared. And everything is so simple and beautiful. See friends, when you seek outside success, there is an inside failure. When you seek success inside, outside is guaranteed. See friends, in management, they have got a word. Management is actually mismanagement. There is no really good management. Mismanagement is real. Management is an illusion. So in management, they have to somehow survive. So they coin different terms every time. These days, you know the term is what? We don't want working hard. We want working smart. That hard working philosophy has disappeared now. We want smart working philosophy. Because I go on these management forums and I also bluff. See, you must sell the goods which are required in the market. Therefore, there was one term, in search of excellence. You know, earlier days of management, those who are MBAs, MBA means, मैं बेकार हूँ. So, this term, excellence in search of excellence. So when I conducted the management course in Ahmedabad probably for 3 days, all the big companies, CEOs and all those people came, and there we have to define excellence means what. I said, let us all first of all define the term excellence, then we can search. See? So all their definitions and everything was pertaining to performance in the outer world. But we forget our performance in the outer world is solely dependent on our performance within. If we are at peace with ourselves, in the outer world there are no problems. The problems of the outer world are recognized as challenges. See, friends. So when we talk about excellence, excellence is external success without the compromise of inner peace together constitutes excellence in life. And this is possible by this simple way. We have to learn from every experience of our life. And friends, when the process of learning does not end, then we never grow old. You know the signs of the old people? Old people are those who have answers to all the questions in the world, but nobody asks them a single question. And then they get disgusted. Swamiji, I don't know how to tell my children if you can help me. So what should I help you? See, I have got so much experience, but my children don't want to take the benefit of my experience. What can I do? Right? What can you talk to such a elderly person but a dumb? Then I told him, I said, Papaji, when we go to the dining hall, when we take food, you don't take food, okay? I will eat the food and I will pass on my experience to you. See, experience is gained. It cannot be transferred. It is not a credit card. See, friends, we have to have our own experience. And when from our experience we learn, then alone we grow wise. See, now see the next step. Experiences are our interaction with the world. Clear? Second thing, experience happens inside. Third, when this experience leaves a dent, a scratch, a bulge on the mind in the form of like and dislike, it is alone. But when we interact with the world, gather experience, but learn from the experience, then there is no scratch, there is no dent, there is no bulge on the mind, because now the mind has learned, friends, to deal with the mind. There is only one technique. We have to educate the mind. You cannot control the mind. Educated mind alone can be controlled. See, there was a friend of mine, diabetic, and his wife was telling me, Swamiji, he is diabetic, he doesn't stop eating sweet, what should I do? I said, see, I also eat, how can I tell him don't eat? So I will not tell, because I am eating, how can I tell him? I don't know what to do. I said, you take him to the doctor and let the doctor decide. Your husband is not a baby, isn't it? Although you have to baby him all the time, but he is a grown-up baby. So they went to the doctor, and I think that the wife has already briefed the doctor. And then the doctor, examined and told, took the sugar level and tea level and coffee level in his blood. I don't know why these people are so bloody, running after somebody's blood. So then the doctor told, dear friend, you take 1 teaspoonful extra. Before that, make arrangement in the funeral home. Why, doctor? It is a serious case. Okay? Bye. After coming home, will the wife have to tell him, don't take sweet? The mind is educated already. If I take more sweet, Ram Naam Satya hai. See friends, earlier how many times you tell, do you think we will listen? No. Therefore, for dealing with the problems of the mind, we have to educate the mind. An educated mind is intelligent mind, and an uneducated means educated illiterate. You get this point? There are people who are educated illiterates. They are called as intellectuals. So there are two types of people, intelligent and intellectuals. Intelligent people are never miserable. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable. They find out the ways and the means how to be miserable. Because for everything they have an argument. They are fed with so much of information that they are unable to cope up with that information. See friends, this information age have destroyed many people, many children. They know so much what they can't digest. Excessive information leads to mental constipation. And when you have constipation, do you have a smiling face? See? The other day somebody came to meet me like this. I said, excuse me, you are all right? Somebody, how do you know? I said, from your glorified face. I said, if you have got a stomach problem, go and take, Pergolax. So how many years that is my problem? I always have, a perpetual constipation. See friends, those who have got perpetual constipation, they cannot have a smile on the face. They have a pathetic look. Much more is the condition of those who are intellectuals and mentally constipated. Such people are very good with the new acquaintances. See? If they have to deal with some unknown person, they are exceptionally bright and successful. But if they have to continue with the same people, like the family members, friends, etc., they cannot continue long. They are fit only with the new people, and that too only for a few moments. Next moment the second person will never come to this fellow. Oh God, aa gaya. These intellectually perverted people, they are constantly seeking out. See friends, and there also when they seek out in this wrong mode, they become depressed. Now what is depression and what is wisdom? In both the cases, in depression you are withdrawn. All others are giggling and laughing and you are watching at the fan. See? Why do we do like that? To seek attention. There is somebody also. Beta, what happens to you? What has to happen? No, you are looking at the fan, you have never seen the fan. I have seen the fan. Then why, what happened to you? What is there to happen to me? Don't talk philosophy, talk in normal language. Anybody who is not wise and talks philosophy is a frustrated fellow. See? What is the philosophy and what is wisdom? See, undigested wisdom, when it is expressed, it is called as philosophy. And Indians by default are philosophers. Therefore, delayed wisdom is called as philosophy. When you all are married here, if you tell to another young boy, like many parents, they tell us, Swamiji, this is my son, he got married, last Sunday, but we could not see you. Please, give them some advice how to lead the life. So I tell them it is too late. Advice can be given before accident. I said before marriage I would have given him advice, don't do this mistake. But he is married anyway, now what I can do is pray to the Lord. Oh God. See friends, therefore seek within. And we can seek within only from this, that there are many things in our life. We were so obsessed with certain thing in life. And that obsession became such a big issue. And as the time passed, thereafter the impact, the attack of the obsession slowly waned away. And then we come to discover, I think I should not have married him. But there is nothing wrong. These days, divorces is a common factor. If you don't get divorced, then there is something wrong with you. See, one of my friend's daughter, she came from the school, maybe about 5 years or so, USA. And one day she was so wild and angry. She told, hey, you guys, please tell me, Mom, Dad, who is my real parent? So they said, Beta, both of us, impossible. You are cheating me. In our school, there is not a single child who has got two parents. How can I have got two parents? See, friends, this perversion can lead to that extent. Because we are not ready to understand each other. And why we are not able to understand each other? Because we came together not under the umbrella of wisdom, but under the hurricane of hurry. No wisdom. Wisdom wants patience, evaluation. But when we are obsessed by something, no wisdom can help us. Then we start looking, like you must have seen in your own childhood. When something we wanted and our mummy daddy did not give us, that time what was our interaction with our mummy daddy? If there are enemies in the whole universe, it is not Osama bin Laden, it is my dad. Hitler. See? Because we are so obsessed with something. And such people who come under the obsession of their own foolishness, they make a mess of their life. See, friends. One example I'll tell you. Because they are seeking outside. One girl got married and went to USA. And a child was born and all that. One day she phoned me. Swamiji, I spoke for almost half an hour. And Swamiji, I don't think it is possible for me to live with this man. So I told her, I said, I have been listening to you for last half an hour. Are you ready to listen to me? Yes. You know, two conditions, no argument and no discussion. Yes, I know you very well for last 20 years. I said, you say this thing second time and you are deleted from my list. Don't even bring this thought in your mind. See, Bhagavad Gita's second chapter, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Upajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashaha Buddhinashat Pranashati. Don't give encouragement to wrong thought right in the beginning. See, friends, When we sow the seed of a wrong thought, slowly it gathers momentum. Then it becomes desire. When it becomes desire, it overpowers us. When the desire overpowers us, the desire can be fulfilled or not fulfilled. When the desire is not fulfilled, it becomes anger. When the desire is fulfilled, it becomes greed. Both anger and greed rip us away of wisdom. We forget everything. And who we are, what is our culture, what is our family, who are our parents, everything is forgotten. And we become victim of our own wrong logic. And net result, he whose logic is not in tune with our scriptures, that logic is self-destroying, worse than HIV virus. See? You know, the other day I was talking somewhere, there are 3 viruses. One is the biological virus, HIV. Second is the logical virus, the computer one. The third is the illogical virus, our long logic. And I know everything, I can understand, I. Our ego has no reason, no logic, growing on all the foolish thinking. And such people, externally they are ha ha hoo hoo, internally they are constantly bleeding. See? Because they are not taken care of within. Therefore, friends, when we are interacting in this world, where is our attention? Is our attention outside or is our attention inside? If our attention is outside, we will like to improve the society. See, God failed. Do you think you and me will succeed? Then what for we are here? We are here to take care of our own spiritual unfoldment. See, friends, when this is not understood, see, in so many places throughout the world I have been moving for last so many years. It is such a tragic story. Our own Hindu society in different countries, hardly handfuls of them are there. 4, 5, 6 temples, one temple against the other temple. See? So one place they told me, Swamiji, why these temple people, they don't go together? Why they are having such differences on every small issue? What is the reason? I said, look here, Hindus can walk together. 4 Hindus can walk together only under one condition. And that is when they have a dead body on their shoulder. They will be going in all, because they are also I. It is not the God, it is my temple, not Rama's temple. See, friends. And this is how we become extrovert even on the spiritual path. Spiritual path is supposed to be making us introvert and seek within. See, friends. Therefore, we have to clearly understand that when we are living in this world, where is our attention? Is our attention outside or attention within? See, one example I'll give you. This happened in Malaysia. There was one temple where I was called, and in that temple I went, had my satsang, etc. Just like, a matter of fact satsang. And then everybody went and I had a lot of time. So I took my friend, I said, hey, there is one temple seeing there, let's walk down. I had nothing to do now, so let's walk there. We went to that temple. It was a Murugan temple of Tamilians. And I didn't know anything. When I went in that temple, there was, old 100 years old temple made out of stones, black stones. I had not even entered at the sanctum to see the God. The moment I entered in that mandapam outside, I sat there, just closed my eyes, almost for 2 hours, absolutely erased. Now my friend was there. He was sitting for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. Then he thought Swami is gone, let me go. He went, had a cup of coffee and tea and came back. Still I was sitting there. And then when I got up, I went to the management. I said, hey, who is your pujari? He said, Swami, in that room he lives. So I went to the pujari. I did namaskar to him. He said, Swami, why are you doing like this? I said, you have enlivened the deity. Your deity is not stone. See, friends, even in a stone deity, Chaitanya can be invoked when the one person is 100% committed. And about him, I was told, he never goes to anybody's house, he never takes food from anybody, he has nothing in his house, he is all the time busy, either his puja, pothi, japam, nothing else. See, when such a person who has invoked the divinity within, he can invoke divinity without. So much is the importance of seeking within. So when we are interacting in the world, we have to consciously focus our attention. What is happening before we do inside us? What is happening while we are doing something inside us? What happens when the work is over inside us? In all the 3 conditions, our inner poise and equanimity has to be perfectly maintained. See, in Durban, they told me to speak on Ramayana. And I don't know anything about Ramayana, but bluff I can. So, one day, in one of the talks, this beautiful thought came. Bhagwan Ram was born on Ram Navami. He was born on Ram Navami. Now we simply go and tabla beti, by prakata krupala, dina dayala, causes through. I said, let us try to understand. When Bhagwan Ram was born on the Navami, and in Ramcharitmanas, the whole picture comes, how everything was cheerful. The trees, the plant, the river, the sky, everything was exceptionally wonderful. And then Bhagwan Ram descended on earth. And that was the 9th day, Navami. So what is the 9th day? 9th day is the day which never increases or decreases. 9 multiplied by 2, 18. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 multiplied by 3, 27. 2 plus 7, 9. You go on multiplying 9 by anything, 9 doesn't change. That 9, that Rama takes avatar in our heart if our heart is like Navami, equanimity, samatvam yoga uchyate. It is no more influenced by anything in this world. See, friends, our mind, our heart is like, the road in India, which has got lots and lots of speed breakers and potholes. And in between, there is something called as road. On such a road, when your vehicle goes, what is the experience? In the same manner, our mind is so much disturbed. And this is not happening just like that. We have trained our mind. And what is the training we have given? React. For everything we have to react. When we act, we are cool. When we react, we are hot. See, friends, Bhagwan Shiva lives in Kailash, -20 degree, cool. Badrinarayan Bhagwan lives in Badrinath, cool. See, unless we make our mind consciously equanimous, whatever you may do outside, whatever success you may have, what is important is not what you have outside. What is important is how and what we are inside. See? In the old days, when we are all by ourselves, nobody is there, then the food will come to our help. No, teeth are not good. Okay. We want to watch the TV. No, the eyes give pain. Okay. Want to listen to music? I can't hear properly. Okay. Want to go for a walk? No, every joint is making terrible noise. Okay. Go to sleep. Sleep doesn't come. Then take the pills. I have taken the tins of sleeping pills. Nothing happens. My titer has increased. The pills go to sleep. I have Then Swamiji, that is why we request you come and suffer along with me. See, friends, and during our formative age, we have worked hard, so we are earning well, we are well settled in life. In the same manner, during this period of your life, if you work hard for your evening of your life, then we will not become problems to our own children. In many, many families, the elders are a big problem for the children. And they are not aware that they are a problem. They don't understand. Below a huge banyan tree, no other sapling can grow. They don't understand this. Continuously holding on. No, is it not our duty to give samskar to our grandchildren? They will do your samskar when you are alive, then you will understand. See, friends, withdraw from the world when it is not required. We must have the wisdom. See, that is why when I keep my recording machine here, I am all the time aware. How much time? Before you walk away, I stop. See, friends, in this manner, when we are seeking within, but we do not know we are seeking within. See, we get married for what? For happiness. Let us not get into further discussion. Then those who are married, they want divorce. They get divorce. For what? Happiness. Are they happy after divorce? No. Second marriage. See? The first marriage is wisdom is overpowered by logic is first marriage. Second marriage, hope overpowers experience. But we don't learn. See, friends, when this process of learning is happening inside, then we keep on living in this world, whatever our normal life is there. But from every experience we keep on learning, and thus we keep on growing wise. If we learn from our every experience of our life, we will grow wise with every experience, and towards the evening of our life, we will be wise old men or women. And if we don't learn, we will grow old and otherwise, not wise. And who are the otherwise and the wise? Wise is defined in Bhagavad Gita, Gatasuna gatasoscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Wise is the one who never is miserable. We are miserable for two reasons. When somebody dies, we are miserable. When somebody doesn't die, marta bhi nahi, then only we are miserable. See? But the wise one is the one who is never miserable in life. See? So when we are thus growing in our life, take some mood meter. And all now and then, like today I went to his Arvind shop, and that girl, she started punching me and took out my blood. I said, "You are bloody." She said, "Yes, Swamiji, I have to taste your blood." I said, "It is sweet." No, not there. Then in that, what is that, cholesterol. I said, "I don't have any cholesterol, but do you think they listen to me?" And then she put inside, "Oh, it is showing very low. That means it is as good as nothing." So that is the meter to find out the cholesterol level. In the same manner, find out your mood in the meter when you get up in the morning, stand before the mirror and look at yourself and say, "Hey, today is the best day of my life. I am not going to be miserable and nor make anybody miserable. And today is the last day of my life, and it is a day of celebration." With this mood, get into the world. See? For us, oh God, again Monday has come. Starting trouble. Earlier in India we used to have ambassador car. And earlier days, when the cars were new industry, they used to require a handle. You put the handle and grrr, grrr, grrr. And if that doesn't work, then acha bhaiya jara dhakka dena. And then somebody will come from behind and push, push, push. And somehow once it started, it's okay. In the same manner, for us, we are having a starting trouble. So somebody has to come to give dhakka. And if there is nobody to push us, then the nature comes to our help. How? Then there is a nature's call. Then you have to get up naturally. See, friends, let us begin our day in an inspired mood. Your inside is taken care of. Anything you do under inspiration, it is never a burden. Anything you do as a duty, it is a burden. See, all the government servants, they go to office. Duty, hai? Do you see any government servant inspired in life? They are not inspired and they make others perspired. But a person who is lost in achieving something great, they have no time concept. 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, because they are inspired. Therefore, let our life be an inspired presentation to the world. In this inspired mood, when we start living, then we are seeking within. And inspiration is a catalytic agent, which is never lost in any chemical reaction. But the reaction is speeded up. So, husband, add inspiration, inspired husband. Wife, add inspiration, inspired wife. Student, add inspiration, inspired student. See? Inspiration goes with everything. Let this inspiration be discovered right from the morning we begin our day. We are seeking within. And what is seeking within? In the external world, whatever happens, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes success, sometimes failure, inner Navami, Rama Navami will be maintained. And when the equanimity is maintained, Rama descends. And who is Rama? Rama is Ananda Swarup. See, who is Rama? Rama is the greatest actor in the world. He knew, and Sita Amma knew, that original Sita was hidden in the fire, and that Sita, which was abducted by Ravana, was a Xerox copy. Neither Ravana knew nor Lakshmana, nobody knew that. But during that period, how beautifully Rama acted. My Sita, without you, my life is gone. Oh trees, where is my Sita? He knew it is just an acting. Man, only act in this world, don't react. See? Once we discover this principle within, our journey is going in the right direction. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.